Today I want to talk about battery boosting. I want to show you how you can boost a battery without damaging it or without reducing its capacity. And specifically, I'll be talking about internal batteries, how you can properly boost them the right way. You need to boost this battery as a technician without damaging it or without reducing its capacity. So the most common method technicians always use is opening this place and then connecting two cables here. If you are a technician, you can know what I'm talking about. Connecting two cables here to activate an internal battery, but it is not the right way to do it. It is not the most reliable way to activate or to boost a battery. Why I say it is not the most reliable way to do it? First of all, you can easily damage the battery while activating it here using these two direct terminals, and you can also damage the battery and reduce you can reduce the lifespan of the battery or the capacity of the battery. So it is not proper to use this method to boost a battery. And secondly, the voltage that you use when you connect the voltage that enters the battery when you connect two cables of a charger here, if you measure the voltage, the output that comes out of that charger with the cable you are using, it's usually 5.2 volt, 5 volt to 5.2 volt. The required voltage to charge this battery is 3.885 volt, so almost 4.3, from 385 to 4.2 volt. Now when you use a charger, a direct charger, which the output is 5.2 volt, and you still connect it directly to the terminal, you overcharge the battery. The intake of current is too much, and as I said, it can damage the battery or it can reduce the capacity. So what is the right way to do to activate a battery? The right way is to use a battery charging board, as you can see on the picture that I've just attached on the screen. Is to use a battery charging board. When you use a battery charging board, you connect the battery using its connector on the board, and it charge properly. So the current going inside the battery is converted through this board. The use of this board is to convert the current entering the battery. You see all these components, all these resistors, all these there's this fuse, is to convert the current that goes inside the battery. So when you activate the battery directly from these points, the current is not converted, and that's why it can easily damage a battery. But when you use a battery a battery activation board, the current that goes inside the battery is converted, fully converted, because it passes through this connector, enters the board, and the board converts it before the battery receives it. So it is the best method to use in activating batteries so far. So this method of activating it directly through these two terminals is not really proper. you can damage the battery of your client. So it's always good to use the battery activation board to activate internal battery switch. That way you convert the current that goes inside the battery, and the battery boosts itself properly.